Okay, good morning. My name is Ali Ravani, working as customer support engineer at Zanlink Limited. I would like to present a case study of time management on site visiting to our clients. So, what is Zanlink? Zanlink is a new company merged after Liquid and Z Communication getting merged. And the main role is leading internet service provider in the data connectivity. We have chart of our top management to middle management. We have board of directors, managing director. I fall here as customer support manager. We have admin department, finance and billing, customer relations with SHAS, and the sales and marketing, and lastly engineering. And most of our activities we are dealing with admin, finance, relations, and engineering. Before introducing new department, we were working very close with sales department. But at the moment, most of our activities have been carried out with customer relations. So according to the case study, I'd like to add some engagement with these four main departments. First of all, we are required to visit the client at 8:30 early in the morning. So support engineer should be ready to leave for site before 8:30. And most of the time, engineer should collect materials from admin department as they are custodian of all materials. And after collecting materials, should be go to site. For example, the car is ready. But sometimes the car needs to be refueled, so they have to collect a coupon from accounts department. And sometimes we are having meeting with customer relations regarding to the respective TTs, trouble tickets. And also, we are engaging with engineering department. For example, we are going to the same route, so we don't need to send two cars on the same direction. For example, we are going to Bali, so there is no need to have two cars. So we have to share the vehicle in order to complete that task. So here the issues is coming. For example, we are ready to go to Shamba, but the time is ready, but the engineer has not collected the materials, and sometimes admin department, they have only one person. But normally they should be two admin manager and the admin officer. And then sometimes we can find that the coupon is not ready. So we have to, for example, the issuer of coupon is also collecting money from clients. So maybe you go to admin finance department, you found there is a client, you have to wait to be given a coupon for fuel refilling. And also sometimes you can find that the engineering, they have one engineer needs to go to site, but they are not ready because they still collecting materials for the installations. So we have found that engineers, they are not ready and they are still collecting materials from store. So support engineer is ready, but engineer from engineering department is not yet ready. So we have to wait. So first of all, we will fail to meet the target to leave for clients on 8:30. That is number one. So, my role as customer support manager, I have to plan and coordinate my daily activities. Also, I have to be accountable for any mistakes or anything regarding to my department. Also, sometimes I have to coach the subordinates and motivate them and be empowering them. Also, my role is to maintain communication within the organization and also with clients. Also, we have to provide monthly, weekly, and daily departmental assessment. Also, if the engineer made a mistake, we have to apply corrective measures regarding to the capacity of that mistake. Also, I have to prepare meetings within the department and to attend meetings with the other departments, such as staff meeting, head of departments meeting, and evaluation meetings. So, this case study follows on planning and coordination. Improvement of cyclicity to currency, as I have said earlier, that we should leave at 8:30 in the morning. All materials should be collected before that time, and also vehicles should be ready on that time. So through that, I would like to develop or improve on that situation. So we have three
Which
issues.
situation?
Not meeting the time to leave.
Yes, but what exactly do you want to improve?
I would like my engineers to leave at 8:30, regardless the situations. Maybe I can say that process improvement.
But why do you want to improve it? What are the problems?
The problem is...
Can you quantify
Okay.
the effect or the impact of this? The half an hour time lag,
Okay.
how does it impact your operations? Is it causing any loss? How much is it?
Yes, first of all, we are having appointments with clients regarding to the schedule. For example, the engineer he has to attend 3 clients, one in the morning, in the afternoon, later on. So if we have appointment with client at 9:30, and at 9:30 the engineer is still in the office, so that will be negative impact on us.
Can you quantify how much loss does it bring?
First
Plus
of
or
all,
minus.
credibility of the company will be at stake. For example, on a week we have missed the 3 appointments. That is negative. It will have negative impact on us, because the clients talk, and through their talking, the negative impact to the clients will be high.
Say for the past 3 months, how many complaints have you had from clients just because of not being able to attend them in time? Or how many clients have decided to go for another supplier just because you've never been able to keep your promise? Can you quantify the numbers?
I can provide you latest number. For example, within this week, we have already received 2 complaints that we were not able to meet the clients on scheduled time. Or for example, this month, March, up to Saturday, we have attended 24 clients, but only 3 we left on time. So If you do percentage, it will be higher. So that's why I'm saying that we need to improve on that.
Yeah, because essentially when you want to improve a situation, people need to see to what extent that situation is bad.
Okay.
And so you need to bring in like data, numbers, so that you can paint a picture on how the situation is bad. And why do you think this has to be improved? So it's a question of you trying to justify the work which you're going to be doing for the 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, so try to show how worse the situation is. Okay, go on.
So we would like to improve on those areas, such as collecting materials on time from our admin department. If there will be any vehicle sharing, there are some measures should be taken in order to improve on that. Also, if there is a need to refuel the vehicle, we have to coordinate with accounts department as soon as possible.
Okay, so where are you going to focus? Is it on the strategy, policies, programs, or risk management? Where will be your focus? How are you going to address this? When you say we want to improve on collecting materials, do we have policies and procedures?
Yes.
Is it that people don't want to comply with the available policies and procedures? Or there are no policies and procedures, so you want to introduce new policies and procedures?
Okay, I would like to improve. We have policy and procedures.
So it's a question of compliance.
Yes.
People don't want to comply to the policies and procedures.
Yes, somehow. Sometimes there is a situation make some people not to follow the procedure.
Yes.
Just a follow-up, if you don't mind.
Okay.
I hear you. I think it's a big problem when you have people wasting time over things that they should not. Is there policy in terms of when do you collect your fuel voucher, for example? If I know tomorrow I will go on call, for example, to what extent is the team prepared for tomorrow? Because in anticipation of all these delays, if I know for sure my work is to respond to clients, and I know I need to leave at 8 regardless.
Yes.
I don't have to have a confirmation you are going to point A tomorrow. I will just wait for that instruction. But since I know 8:30 is my call in, I will go to a client wherever. To what extent is the team prepared or in readiness for the next day?
Okay. First of all, we have procedures on the table. And mostly the standard procedure for site visit. If that site visit it has been confirmed with client, we should collect materials before. Also, the vehicle is moving every day, so most of the time driver is required to inspect the vehicle early in the morning or
Out of
night
7.
at the evening.
It's a question of
So it will be easier to know I have enough fuel, my vehicle is ready for the next day, and if there will be coordination between the support department and the admin department for required material, it will be easier to know that the material is ready in stock or not.
There's a point here. I hear you, but what Dr. Edward was asking
Yes.
is, I know my job is rapid response to clients' needs. That's my job.
Yes.
Okay, I am a technical support. I know as I'm going to sleep, I know tomorrow I'm like a doctor on call. I don't know where my patient will be,
Yes.
but I'm on call, right? So if I'm told my tomorrow in the morning my boss calls me or somebody says you have a response in Stone Town, or you are in Nungwe on the other side,
Yes.
so I will quickly go to wherever the call needs me. But I know that for my quick response, I am prepared. Now, what you're saying is that is not always happening.
Yes.
And his question was, is that as a result of the team itself not doing their work, or is it because the system does not allow for this preparedness? Dr. Reed, did I get your question?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Or whether, do you guys have internal service level agreements
Yes.
between different departments? If it's a question of having the coupons or having the fuels or whatever, what service level agreement do you have between internal customers? Whereby maybe the accounts would have released some of the materials, the administration would have released some of the materials since yesterday.
Mm. Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
We have standard operating procedures.
Mm.
I can say that they are operating as service level agreement within organization. And everyone knows that knows all procedure within respective department. Accounts department, they can't issue coupon unless you have requested it.
Ah.
The same applies on for any materials from store. You have to fill the database on respective material, and then the other department, they know, they will see you are requesting something. So it is a matter of compliance with procedures.
Mm. Mm. So now in this case, it is the procedures letting you down. So if you asked me, I think you might need to intervene at the point of your procedures and how to make them much more efficient to serve you.
Okay.
Because
Go on.
because if I need a coupon, and I hear you, maybe because if anybody going to Stone Town may not need as much fuel as somebody going to Nungu.
Yes.
So if I think that is the problem, that if you're going to Nungwe, maybe you need 10 liters, but if you're going to you need 20 liters of fuel or worth of fuel. If you're going to Stone Town, maybe you need 5. But what it does is that it then makes you delay trying to figure out how much do you need. Why don't you then change that and say, okay, on average in a day, for example, I'm just giving you an option. We will use on average 20 liters, regardless.
Okay, can you clarify one thing?
Okay.
Yeah.
For apart from general vehicles like pickup, etc.,
Yeah.
we normally have standard liters.
Okay.
So, for example, if I have a motorcycle, I will get 5 or 7 liters depending on town movement. If I'm going to Shamba, it depends how many liters this car is using. So the procedure is also there for the field.
So, Shaz, do you think there's a problem?
Yes, I really believe that that's a problem.
What do you think needs to be improved?
I think addressing emerging issues, we start with us first. Before we look at the situation or the problem that we're facing. What was the issue? If this has been an issue, why was it not being brought forward as an emerging issue, ahead of department meetings? Because to be honest, I'm new to this problem. I didn't know that we have this sort of a problem happening. Of course, him and I don't communicate on an interval basis because he's on the technical side. I'm not on the technical side at all.
Yeah, but he mentioned that before he goes to the site, apart from going to the site, he also meets the
Yeah,
customer
we have a
relationship
meeting every day.
so that you update him about complaints, about
Yes.
where the problems, where the
Yes.
issues.
We have a daily meeting where it's not just him. The entire engineering team is there, the support team is
And
there.
so you are aware about his problems.
Not this particular problem. This is what I'm saying. That the first issue is to bring forward an emerging issue like this in the open, so that we can discuss this as a team and find a solution. Nonetheless, because it has come on forth now, I believe that not just his department, when it comes to compliance to the SOPs, it's a lot of departments that suffer from this in our organization. So I do believe that at the same time, when those SOPs are binding us, even our activities are incorporated with those SOPs in a way or the other. Now, if we know that compliance to SOPs is an issue and it is resulting into a problem for our organization, what next? Are we supposed to revise our SOPs? Are we supposed to sit with the team and see what challenges they face with the SOPs? What is the next move?
Add to that is you need to relook the SOPs
Exactly.
themselves. The second thing is the question of compliance to SOPs. How do you ensure compliance to the SOPs if you have already established them and they are serving their purpose? So I think you need to be looking at what level are we failing here? Is it the SOPs need changing, which needs an entire review of them? Or sometimes people just don't want to comply with those SOPs. And therefore you ask whether that is an individual kind of lack of compliance or a system-wide lack of compliance. In which case it is still a loop. It still goes down to sorry.
Yes, it's
I
true.
can say that
Yes.
also engagement within that procedures. Because I see that there are, during the preparation, people were engaged in, but the development on that engagement, I think there is an issue there.
If you do maturity analysis, the level of knowledge of your people, is it unskilled, skilled, or semi-skilled?
I can say that some are semi-skilled and the other are skilled.
But who are the majority? Because if you cannot comply to the customer calls by over 90% for the whole month, that's what you said, yeah? For the past 1 month, out of 27 calls, you only attended on time 3.
Yes.
That is alarming, yeah? 3 out of 27.
Okay.
It's a question of low-skilled people, or if you go into value level maturity, where people, they comply into the moral values. Is it that the level of moral values, it's very low? They are not sensitive to the value for money. They don't respect customer property, money, time, efficiency. Yeah? What is it so? And behavior-wise, is it that people are not, they don't think, they are not fast? It could be you need to manage some behavior issues where people can execute at speed, be adaptive, be responsive. There are some behavior issues in terms of the way you do things. They might be having the right level of knowledge and values, but behavior, they don't have the right behaviors.
Yes.
I think that the kind of team we have varying performance levels. At some points, you'll see the performance level graph is just going up. And after some time, you see people in the comfort zone. They get really comfortable. For a certain period of time, you see them laid back. You see them not performing it at their ability. When you know this person's ability, this is not the level of ability this person has. Because 2 weeks ago, this person for the same problem reacted differently. So my question is, for your team that you study, and only you know your people, whose strengths are and weaknesses, what is it that makes them go into that comfort zone? what kind of situation puts them in a comfort zone? That's my question.
Okay. As I have said earlier, that most of these issues not lying on customer support department only. For example, sharing a vehicle, I have said that my engineers, they will be ready at 8:30. But I have to accompany other engineer from engineering department to this installation. So automatically I will be delayed, but not for my own purpose, but I have to wait someone else in order to accompany them. But those delays on that month was not only about waiting someone or refilling the vehicle. We had some meetings and other issues. For example, it is allowed from that policy if the visit can be delayed and acceptable if there will be any meeting, either a meeting within the department or interdepartmental meeting, etc.
Now, if you do stakeholders mapping,
Yeah.
how are you going to impact other stakeholders when you affect the changes which you think you want to do?
We have to, my department, I have to engage or to meet with other managers from those departments and to check where can we improve on following standard procedures.
Now, take this give and take question, where there is what you need to give them and what you need to take.
Okay.
What do you want to propose to them so that they can buy in your idea and you take what you want?
Okay. First of all, we will review all procedures.
No, you won't do that. You go strategically to these people. You have what you want to propose to them, but at the back, there's what you want to take. So it's a give and take situation. Somewhere, somehow, they're going to be impacted.
Okay.
So what is it that you think they're going to be affected? And what do you want to offer to balance that? And what do you want to take from them?
First of all, I want to meet my department objectives. And then I will see that how much the department is affected on those three issues. From admin.
So you are yet to know. Did you get my question? Can you clarify? Maybe you can understand in a different language.
I can say that I have understood
I know
you.
you.
I think you have, yes. He has understood it. I think
He
you
is
said
trying
it
to know
was.
that
I think these questions, are you're still presenting your outline, isn't it?
yes.
So let's let him finish. Then we can.
I planned on how can we control and monitor the situation. Then we can implement these solutions. As I have said that we will sit and review and emphasis on following the procedure and reminding all departments, admin, engineering and accounts, that we have to follow those procedures. And secondly, I will remind my people and push them to follow our procedures.
Let me show you what I meant. Normally, you are required to leave by 8,
Yes.
but most of the time people leave by 8:30.
Yes.
The half an hour, there is what people are making use of half an hour,
Okay.
and you want to take it out of them.
Yes.
Are they going to be happy?
Yes, they should be happy.
I love that.
Because some of engineers, for example, I send daily report and the next day schedule. So I can appoint someone A, go to Nungwi, B to Kiwengwa, etc. But
The president, in a few weeks ago, he took off bites and tea from all government officials. He said, you guys earn salaries. Why do you need also to be given tea and bites for your breakfast?
yes,
Do you think people are happy with that?
some.
So my question is, what is your counter proposal? What is it that is coming to these people? Yes, it was just because of lack of compliance. If people were enjoying half an hour, either for their meetings or reading newspapers or going through whatever. Now you want to cut it off.
Now we will not cut it off, but we will make them accountable to follow the procedure.
Yes, go on.
It's 12.
No, does he have time? Go on.
No, I finished this a long time ago.
Oh, someone should take control, yeah? Okay, just wrap up.
So, for example, materials should be collected a day before, just as a reminder.
But I think it's okay.
Yes, it's
So
fine.
whatever you have presented, we are
It's-
happy for that.
It's okay.
Don't worry. You got some points
Yes, I got
Yeah,
some points.
to improve on your proposal, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, that's fine. Someone else? Where is he? Nani, you got it? Where is it?